Radio X. Johnny Vaughan.
X. Hello. Oh, sorry.
Two.
Hello.
Talk, Si. You don't have to just point at me.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Hello.
Unbelievable
Did you-
beginning to our podcast.
Hello. Hello. 1, 2. 1,
You're
2, 3. Hello. Am I on?
Welcome to the podcast. I'm Johnny Vaughan on Radio X. You right, Gav?
Yeah, I'm good.
The thing is, if I was appearing on a reality show, and that was my sort of voice like that, I'd get a career out of that, no sweat. I'd have at least 2 years appearing on panel shows. Johnny, what do you think the answer is? Well, I was thinking about it, and now I think it's all gone wrong.
And you'd be known as that bloke with the voice.
Yeah, you know him, the
Yeah,
squeaky
yeah, with
voice,
the silly voice,
squeaky
yeah,
voice
yeah,
Cockney
yeah.
guy, the Cockney guy. He was in thingy. What are you talking about? He's got that catchphrase. What's you on about? Anyway, welcome to the Radio X Johnny Vaughan Thang podcast. Gav, you had a lively week.
Yeah, we had a lively week, didn't we?
Certainly, you had a lively week, didn't you?
I had a brilliant week.
You were really perky. You saw Motley Crue put you in a great mood.
Yes.
And I think you haven't really come down from
No,
it.
I went to the Classic Rock Awards.
Hanging around with
and
Jimmy
met-
Page.
And Alice Cooper.
Wow.
Has it had an effect on you? Do you feel more rocking?
I feel so rocking.
How's the book Tapping the Source going? Which you?
Really good. I'm enjoying it.
It's
Thank you.
It's a good book, isn't it?
It's a great book.
It's just a nice read. You don't feel. It just sort of feels like this is a right place to be.
Yeah.
But the reason I say it is because they talk about tapping the source, like as in surfing and bikes, of keeping it real. You get to the heart of that's it. Do you think you tapped the source of rock this week?
I think I got pretty close.
I think you did.
Yeah.
I don't say it patronising with Alice Cooper, but actually talking to Jimmy Page.
And there was sauce involved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, let's tap the source properly. Here's the podcast.
X. This is Radio X.
Okay, now listen, we're talking about fireworks and bad firework displays, the incredible disappointment. As you drive through Essex, they actually have big signs up by the side of the road. It'll say 35 grand on fireworks.
Well, they'll tell you how much they cost.
Yes, it does, yeah. 55,000 on fireworks. Yeah, to get the punters in Essex, of course.
Yeah, really.
Remember
showing
virtually
off.
everyone in Essex has earned over £10 million each just on decking. Do you know one guy has actually priced up the job for decking the whole of Essex? That's going to deck the whole county. That's it. Anyway, did you organise a firework display this year?
I didn't this year, no.
Didn't you at all?
No.
My local kennels, where I bought my last. Well, I used to park my last bulldog when I went on holiday. They weren't only kennels; they also sold fireworks.
Okay. Diversifying.
Yeah, which is a unique. I mean, it's an incredible combination, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's kennels and fireworks.
Yeah.
Because it's a classic thing you shouldn't mix, isn't
It's
it?
like bread and butter.
It goes together like kennels and fireworks. Anyway, so this guy who runs it, he's left the country now. You'll be delighted to hear. He's a really good lad. And he says, listen, mate, come down to me 40 if it's going to be, come down to me 50 if it's going to be blinding. I've gone, yeah, I'd love to. I'm not going to give his name. I said, yeah, I said, that sounds absolutely fantastic. He goes, oh, it's going to be brilliant. We've got a disco set up. We've got the biggest barbecue. It's going to be messy. I've got to be careful not to swear here because he does. I got massive fight. He had that sort of Surrey accent.
Right.
We've got the whole thing set up. Massive dance floor. We'll be dancing all night. Then at 10 o'clock, we're going to stop everything. We're going to have the biggest, most massivest firework display you've ever seen.
Right.
So I've written down, I've gone, okay then, firework display at kennel. And I said, well, hang on a second. I said, hang on, we're having a firework display at a kennel. At a kennel. Isn't that slightly, it's just, I don't worry about that. No, I said, listen, when I'm driving up, that's just me in a car. They're going mad. The dogs are going bananas when you just drive up in a car. I said, actually, if I go there and watch a firework display at kennels, I'm not sure what to watch. Like the excitement of the dogs or the fireworks in terms of the reaction. You know what he said? Oh, don't worry about it. We'll turn up the music so loud they won't even hear the bangs. I have to tell you, they were good as gold. It was a terrific night.
Radio X. Johnny Vaughan.
Earlier on, lots of people texted in to say, what were you eating earlier? Because I did. I was having trouble swallowing a little sweetie I'd had. It is a sweetie before the link. But what was that sweet? 83936 83936 or at Radio X. Someone suspecting NJ Wade suspecting Curly Whirlies. Not the Curly Whirly, they're a favourite bar.
Are you asking listeners to guess what you were eating?
Yes, but I can tell you
sweet.
that
It was a sweet.
Yeah, but it's not Curly Whirly and it's not a boiled sweet. It is chewable. But nice guess for the Curly Whirlies because I do buy those 10 at a time at my local off licence, which is the last place that seems to have them. It sounded very Haribo-esque or potentially Jelly Baby, says Jay Micklewright. It wasn't, I'm afraid. Tell me it was a classic fruit salad. That's Cav from Surrey. I'm afraid it wasn't Cav. Opal Fruits, says Andy in Aberdeen. The Starburst, Andy. You're an old school guy, and I do like. I still call them Opal Fruits, and I'm not sure about the purple one, but it wasn't them. All is forgiven if it was a Werther's original. What a mantastic sweet, says Vince in Bridgend. It wasn't. Floral Grums? No. Skittles? No. The adverts put me off. Was it a cola cube? No. Was it a fruit pastel? No. Now, only eagle-eared listeners would have heard this, but here we go. Crosstown Traffic, Jimi Hendrix, just a tune. It was just that little thing. Let's just hear that again. This is all you picked up on. This is all it takes for you lot. You ready? I mean, it's minute. You know.
It sounds pretty awful.
It does sound awful, yeah.
It made me sick.
It made me mad. But thank you, Sunta, for being on my side.
Sorry.
It's going to be hard enough as it is with the
Without
boss.
the music,
You know, there's
it's
two
really-
things the bosses hate. One, eating on air. What's the other one? Breathing. Someone has successfully guessed it was a Quality Street.
Yeah, Matt in Huddersfield.
Yeah. Someone said purple Quality Street. Wasn't the purple. Oh, hang on, let me check.
Which is officially the nicest quality
No,
street,
it wasn't the purple. I can tell you now, I nicked it out of corporate and we were at the end of the drum.
Oh, really?
The good ones were gone.
Yeah, exactly right. The good ones were very much gone. Please, there was nothing gold in there.
Yeah.
No.
Have we got anyone who's got it right first?
No, not
Okay,
yet.
let's have the drum roll. I'm going to tell you now. The coconut eclair.
Oh.
I know, I can't stand them. I can't. That's why I was having trouble to clear it from the mouth. The coconut bits. I know.
The chewy coconut bits.
Oh, man. I know. But that's what you get when you go corporate. That's what you get, isn't it? That's about all we get out of them.
Radio X. Johnny Vaughan.
A massive mobility scooter clearance sale is now on.
Wow.
100%. Hundreds of new scooters, power chairs and wheelchairs. I don't know what a power chair is, but I like the sound of it. I like the sound of something that's capable of doing a wheelie.
A V12.
Yeah. Huge discounts on X Motability and used models. Gav, tell them about our mate Craig.
My friend Craig was looking after his mum, and she had a mobility scooter, and he'd hurt his knee playing football, and he wanted to go to the pub. So he borrowed the mobility scooter. He was in his late 30s.
Yeah. And all, I have to tell you as well, and he won't mind if I say this, he's degenerate. Carry on.
And he went to the pub, and a friend of his who was arriving from work at the nearby train station phoned him and said, "Do you want to have a drink?" And Craig said, "Yeah." And his friend said, "Have you got wheels?" So Craig, without saying anything, looked over at the mobility scooter and said, "Yes." And
Yeah, I got wheels.
drove it up to the station and got in the queue with all the people waiting to pick their wives and husbands up from work,
Right.
in between the Range Rovers and all the other cars. And just waited for the friend Ed to come out, and then the two of them, which hardly fit in the mobility scooter,
Yeah.
he had his
Backing.
briefcase between them. They were both sat in this thing, and there was a strong hill getting out of the station, and pedestrians were walking past them because the battery was running down.
Radio X. Radio X.
I threw a tantrum on Friday night, only by myself. What happened was, every year, my son and I have made a deal that we'll always go and watch the WWE wrestling when it's in London. It's in London, April, November. We love it. It's a cracking night out, and obviously he knows it's entertainment. And our argument, people go, "But it's all staged," and you go, "Well, yeah, you go to the theatre, but you don't go." I said you never did that.
Yeah.
It's fake. You go to the cinema, you don't think there's no way did Tom Cruise do that there. There's no way.
Yeah.
Yes, it's theatre. That's what it is. It's fantastic. And you can't fake doing a swanton bomb off a 30-foot ladder onto Randy Orton, the apex predator. You can't do that. Not with the legend killer. I mean, you can't. Wait, how's he do it? There's no ropes.
You can't do it.
No, but when Jeff Hardy did that at WrestleMania years ago, I mean, you know, no one was saying it's a fair. Anyway, the point is we missed it on Friday night because my son elected to go to his school fireworks night, which I suspect was a decision, I think, pushed a little bit by his mum.
Yeah.
But then I suddenly thought, it is actually his choice. What am I doing? I'm having a tantrum because I'm not getting to go to the wrestling here.
Yeah.
And he's the kid,
And he's the kid.
and you're the adult.
And I'm moaning on the phone, going, "God, come on. We said we go to the wrestling. I'm really excited. I bought my T-shirt and everything." He's going, "Dad, I just prefer to be with my friends at the fireworks." I said, "This is your mother, isn't it? It's your mother's put you up to this." He's going, "No, it's not."
I get that when I'm trying to watch football on the TV and there's something very important for my 4-year-old to watch on CBeebies, which automatically gets precedence.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
And I have to go upstairs and sulk in my room.
Yes. it's amazing.
Staring at my iPad.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, this is what I'm going through, Gavin, but I feel your pain. But anyway, I got really in a bad mood because I'd invited friends as well to the thing. So they went to the wrestling and we're going to go meet the fighters. And anyway, I haven't really got through it. I had a miserable weekend because of it. I was so excited. Well, you know how pumped up I was. They're all coming over apart from John Cena. Really cross. Anyway, I was on the way to work today and I spotted two different Sloaney women coming through Chelsea who were on those micro scooters.
Oh, yeah, the kids' ones.
Yes, just pedalling back, really enjoying themselves coming back from school.
Right.
And there's a phenomenon I've always had called the SPG. By that, I don't mean the Special Patrol Group, the violent wing of the police that dealt with riots in the 80s. I mean the senior play group. This is the bit in you that never dies.
Yeah.
The bit in me that wanted to go to the wrestling that night. The bit that is a kid. I saw those two mums just going along with their mics, happy as Larry in the senior play group. And I just wondered what your senior play group pleasures were. 83936, those things that just...
I quite like taking a running jump on the bouncy castle in the pub garden.
Oh, man.
And then someone comes along and turns it off till I get off.
No, excuse me. Exactly right, bouncy castles. When I used to have my kids' parties every year, we used to have a bouncy castle. Because they're in the summer. Yeah. What's amazing about them is all children's parties always turns into an adult party in the evening.
It does,
get the drinks in. Kids are all asleep or gone. You can really get a drink on. And I just found them. Bouncy castles, the ultimate place to sling drunks. You just keep them on all night. They're just like a drunk tank, and you just pile as many friends in there asleep. You go, he's asleep, sling him in.
That's what I thought about the pub beer garden. If you don't want adults on there, don't serve beer.
Yes,
and blow it up next
around
to them.
bouncy castles.
Radio X. Johnny Vaughan.
X.
Oh man, and we're alive, aren't we? To enjoy that. Even the way it ends is good.
Yeah.
Except one thing did put me off. Little sigh. You're just a moron. I don't say that lightly, but what did you think that you can talk? I'm granting you to be able to talk. This is a fourth voice. We didn't really want it on air, but we're going for this. This is Cy, the very junior producer. He just hangs out in a little pair of silver shorts. What did you think those lyrics were?
I thought he said, I need 2 rifles.
I need 2 rifles. I need 2 rifles. Need 2 rifles. Oh, man. Mind you, for years I thought it was a Flash toupee. Well, I didn't really. I was just saying that to make him feel better. All right, I did.
Or that he was eating some guns.
Yeah, or eating rifles.
Yeah.
I need 2 rifles. You just, honestly, you're in the wrong place at the wrong time, son.
You're so stupid.
No, you must feel stupid. You look stupid. And really, we all do now.
And are stupid.
When you are stupid. Bully him, quickly. A culture of bullying existing at the show. A man got some jam lyrics wrong and was given a Chinese bun in the corner after a dead leg. The man has complained that he was given a noogie, a woogie and a camel bite in a culture of bullying. Sorry.
Get ready.
Sorry, I'm going to get the glasses off.
To play.
Okay, SPG. We're looking at the senior playgroup. Senior playgroup activities. I'm thinking of forming one officially online. You can join my senior playgroup when I get it all together. There'll be a wallet, badges, a badge of my dog as well, like Dennis Menace and Gnasher.
Yeah.
Right.
And you'll have your senior playgroup wallet, and I'm going to get it going. And you'll have to. It'll be the last thing that requires a postal order. Okay.
Ever.
It's the last ever postal. They probably don't exist anymore. SPG. Mine is laser tag. I took my 3 kids a few weeks ago. We had a couple of team games. Then it was an all versus all. I schooled about 20 kids. I mashed it and won by a mile. Stuart, 34 from Margate. I was once in the Adventure Playground in Battersea, which is fantastic. This was years ago. I was taking the kids there, and And they were just swinging away, but there were these two families, and they were in the middle of a game of pirates, yeah? And there was this geese who was just massive casual, yeah? And he said, up against the wall, Liam! He goes, right, we'll go round by the buried treasure, yeah? You get him up by the other pirate shit, and we can sneak up through the rigging. Like this, I was thinking, wow, he's really lost in character. He goes, easy, wait for Captain Hook, which is his brother. And then the massive casuals, they go, quickly, we'll get round the back, you get round the back, I'm on the old pirate ship, I'm going to go on the old thing. Quick. And I was thinking, it's not real. This guy was really turning, his kids were looking at him like, all right, Dad, all right.
Radio
X.
Johnny Vaughan. Radio X.
Man bun making hipsters go bald. That seems an appropriate way to change the mood.
Why is that?
Because it just got me in such a good mood. I'm sick of these hairy people.
It's not fair, is it?
They're all hairy and they look good. Hipster hairstyle, the man bun, is causing blokes to go prematurely bald.
Serves them right.
Ha ha. Ha ha. See you at my place.
Yeah.
Welcome to my room. The trendy look is popular with celebs, including One Direction's Harry Styles, Leonardo DiCaprio, Orlando Bloom, etc., etc., etc.
They're all going to go bald prematurely.
Yeah, they're all going
Why?
bald.
Because it pulls your hair back?
Yes, I'll get you all. I feel like getting a tattoo. You know those skull ones where it says, like me, no. What does it say? Like you, I once was. Like me, you will be. I was going to get a picture of Kojak. Go on.
What? I don't understand why this would only affect men. Women have been wearing their hair up in buns and in high ponytails.
And what about
for
ponytails?
Years,
Yeah.
and it's made no difference at all.
Yeah, it's to do with traction alopecia,
Right.
if you really want to know. But I can see, I was suddenly thinking, why does Sunta seem so concerned? She's never, ever questioned me about any of my news articles before. And I've suddenly realised, of course, your boyfriend is a handsome man, but he does have his hair in a bun.
He does.
And what you're thinking is, are you going to go with the bald guy with the big beard?
Which would be fine.
That's absolutely acceptable. Yeah, it is. Yeah, but probably not what you. But you might not have gone for him in that state. I like that. I like that bald guy with the beard. Me too. Yeah, Suns, you want to get in there. As it is, he's got thick hair. Seriously, he's got thick hair. But does it crackle when he brushes it? Oh, does it? Does it crackle when he brushes it?
I guess.
Do you get static off it?
Yes.
If he was brushing his hair and I was driving past the house, would it like someone's art welding in there?
Definitely.
Okay, yeah, it used to be like that. He's definitely going bald. No doubt about that one. Get used to it.
Radio X. Johnny Vaughan.
X.
Okay, it is Plain Bono Day. We're very, very excited indeed. We didn't do this yesterday. I'm really sorry. It was not a beautiful day at all. Well, today is. We're back. And that, well, the imp who takes the blame is back with us as well. The little Bono, the little guy. Genuinely missed the start of the Rangers game on Saturday because my mate who had the tickets was late getting out of work in a Glasgow hotel. He had to stop to talk to a famous guest, the singer of U2, who were playing in Glasgow that night. True story. He could literally, Scott from Glasgow can literally blame Bono. Just turn all the music down just for a second. Just
That's
take
a moment.
Let's just take it in. Take it in. Take it. Let's just take it in. Take it in, Gav. Let's just take that in. If you're in your cars, just have a moment of silence. You might be at work. You might be looking into someone's eyes you don't really like. You could be doing anything. Just take that.
What, in your car?
A
Keep
man-
your eyes on the road.
A man was delayed because his mate was talking to Bono. The little.
A real blame Bono.
Oh, genuinely, someone can blame the little short, fat Irish guy. Okay. When driving along the motorway with my window open, it sounds like there's a helicopter in my car. Really, Bono? Thank you very much for that, Dan. Very good phrasing. Traffic hell in Warrington. Blame Bono. Dear all, as a professional gardener, which can I just say, I think it's a great way to start any letter. I often used to write pompous letters, and for some reason I just took to putting, "Dear Sir, as a yachtsman," I find it offensive. I just find to the council or anything, but it's quite interesting how sympathetic people are. You might just get a yachtsman. Go, whoever you're writing to, just go on their Facebook sites, see what they're interested in.
Sailing?
Yeah. As a yachtsman, I find it extraordinary that you should. As a golfer, what a coincidence. Just, I'm saying, you never got right. Just look them up on Facebook, see what their craze is. Just make out you do it. As a fellow thimble collector, can I just say, right, dear all, as a professional gardener, I consider myself well placed to comment on Bono's skullduggery. Last week, I cleared a multitude of leaves from a garden. I returned this week, and lo, they've actually put, and lo, mayhem again. Every leaf returned to the ground, but in a slightly different pattern.
Oh.
That Bono, he's a sneaky one. Yours disappointingly, Graham, and it's true.
Johnny Vaughan. Radio X. Radio X.
Sunta,
Johnny.
tell us about your supermarket strategy. We gave this a big billing at the start of the show. Come on. Well, at the start of the hour. What happened? What's your strategy?
My strategy is how to win at shopping.
How do you win at shopping?
It's all to do with ratios of items bought to pounds spent.
Okay, so how do you do it? You did this as a student first. I think this is impressive.
Yeah. I started this when I was a student and carried on into the rest of my life. So if you buy 23 items
Yeah.
and you've spent £20,
Yeah.
you are winning.
You're 3 up.
You're 3 up.
More items than pounds.
More
Can I just say, it's
items
not a
than-
pound shop thing she's going for.
No. This is in your normal supermarket shop.
If you buy something for like $4.99, you'll supplement that then with things that are like...
Exactly. Because
Okay.
if you're going to buy coffee, for example,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
going to cost a bit more.
Okay.
So then you're going to go for some value beans to bring down medium.
It's just a mad strategy. I love it. It's got no real sense to it.
No, it's got none at all.
It just means you come home with lots of things.
But you also feel very smug because you think, I spent £33, but look, I've got 36 items.
Yeah.
Okay, I think it's great. I'm going to
You've
start...
turned the supermarket into
Yeah.
a pound shop.
You really have. We're looking at supermarket strategies. Here we go.
Are you ready to go shopping?
Oh my.
Yes, we are, with loads of prizes. Hi, guys. Welcome to the Sweet. We've got supermarket news for you.
That's a blast from
Hi. There's loads of great prizes, so join me, sons. Calm down, baby.
That's not one of your
Okay.
better ones, I'll be honest.
It sure is, and you get loads of prizes.
Okay. Buster's... I'll stop it. Sorry, it's a rubbish. It's just appalling. Forget it. Like you say, it's one of my worst ones, Sons. I'm sorry.
Really not
it's
that
not
good.
good at all, I know.
No.
It's rubbish.
I think it's excellent.
Thanks, Gav.
Creep.
I always put those big milk bottles, 2-litre ones.
I sure do, Gav.
If I'm going in there to do a basket shop as opposed to a trolley shop,
Uh-huh.
don't put the milk in there at the beginning of the shop because you're just carting it around all the way around the
And
supermarket.
you know what? You can't be... never put... Just always lay the bread last.
Yes, because you'll
Don't even
squish
have bread
it.
in
Yeah,
there.
you'll
And don't...
squish
and,
it.
you know, sometimes I think they should lay supermarkets out a bit more according to weight.
yes.
So you start... The start of the supermarket is heavy.
Yes, and then the
it
light
gets-
stuff.
And then it gets lighter.
So you don't have to reorganise
No,
it
no,
when
you've
you're
got to
bagging
reorg.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly
that's
right.
Yeah.
But you know, you can actually walk around any way you like.
I know, but there's a course. There's a course.
Yeah, but in my
but you don't have
supermarket,
No, it's
to
no,
follow it.
no. That's called a maze.
that's right.
It's a
yeah.
supermarket. They don't lay them out like mazes. Although, what genius for a supermarket!
That's brilliant.
like
yeah.
a twofer on Saturdays. They can just reconfigure all the shelves, and you get this amazing deal. It's the amazing shop day. Enter the maze of Asda. The Mazda. It's like enormous in South London. You literally can't. You've got to look through everything. And you just keep getting like stuck at the end of an hour with like really horrible jeans.
X. Radio X.
Bit of a gap there, Si, which might... Fans of slickness might have problems with that. Sunta, are you a fan of slickness?
I am a fan.
I
of
am as
slickness,
well. Are you,
yeah.
Gav?
I do. I never dismiss the slickness.
Well, and I know Big Si is certainly a massive fan of it, but I think all of us now are not fans of you. Little Si.
Disappointing.
Take the shorts off. A culture of bullying that existed at the show.
Hi, guys. I've got loads of prizes.
Okay, so we've had a text in here. This is a great supermarket strategy. I once listen to this, the lengths this guy's gone to, and this is great. This is the sort of commitment I'm looking for. I once avoided doing the shopping with my wife and 5-year-old by volunteering my DNA to a mobile police unit outside Tesco's. They were checking all adult males from my village to eliminate them from a serious police investigation. I spent the whole time with the coppers, had a cup of tea, met my wife after she'd done the weekly shop. That's Tim from Chichester.
Doing his duty.
What a man. What a man. Awesome. I better do it, love, just so you know, you never know, it could have been me.
Radio X. Johnny Vaughan.
Gav, have you ever bumped into, or Sons, have you ever bumped into like an old school friend and it's really hard to kind of reconcile what they're doing now with their lives and they're doing something a surprising job? It's amazing. Well, I only say this because I bumped into an old school friend. Well, he wasn't a particularly friend. He used to be in my section in the Corps.
The cadet force.
Yeah. Anyway, the point is this guy, I said, what are you doing? It's quite difficult to get a conversation going on this one, and bear with me. He runs a pet crematorium.
A pet crematorium.
Yeah.
Right.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
No, I didn't either. He's got a private pet crematorium. He just says, he's looking at me, he says, honestly, it's like a license to print money. Which I love. He says it's amazing. No one ever thinks about it because you don't think about it.
No.
You don't think about it. You just sort of say goodbye to your pet. It's a sad day, but you don't. I mean, I've even got the ashes back from my first bulldog.
Okay.
But anyway, so I was talking to him, and he was just saying that he was quoting me prices.
Does it vary on how big the pet is?
Yes. He put it this way, on his, if you go to his internet
A
site,
St Bernard would be more.
No, it'd be a lot.
Yeah.
That'd be probably the same price as like a Shetland pony.
Right.
If you look at the pricing thing, it says cat stroke small dog. By that I don't mean a cat strokes a small dog. It means cat or small dog. Otherwise that'd be quite weird.
Yes.
To have a cat stroking a small dog as you go in. It's be odd. But anyway, the point is he quotes cat stroke small dog, and he was talking about how it goes up like, into a horse. But if he wants to do a horse, they wait till rigor mortis goes in, and they go in with the chainsaw bit by bit. Sorry. No, I'm just telling you how it's done. I mean, look.
I don't want to know how
I'm just
it's
telling you,
done.
but here's my point, okay? This is my point. No, wait, because it's only so big, they're going to lift bits. No, this is the way it is.
I don't need to know about this.
Okay,
Why doesn't he just invest in a much bigger oven?
Cav, no, that's not the point. The point is, I said to him, he was talking about how small you can go.
Yeah.
So I said to him, just as a joke, I said, if I had something like a St Bernard, would you let me? Would you throw a hamstring for free? No, wait a second. No, don't start yet. Don't start anything. The point about it is I was just wondering. When I didn't ask him this at the time, but I wish I had. And if he's listening, I just want to know when his kids go to school. And they do pictures, and it's also him and his wife do this business together. The two of them, isn't that?
Right.
A couple just.
When the teacher asks them what Daddy does
Just
for a
burning
living.
pets all day, yeah. But the point about it is that when the kids draw pictures of like what Daddy and Mummy are doing at work, they've literally got like a picture of Dad with like a chainsaw and like a horse and bits and like a great big fire and things being burned. And the teacher must just think, Christ, what goes on in this house? This is mad.
Medieval.
Like all the pets are like on this sort of weird conveyor belt on fire, and there's a dad with an axe, and then they'd say, they'd find out, and there we go. Anyway, I didn't ask him if he could say, but I would like. I don't know if you're listening, Tony. Do send me any of your kids, that they are off the fridge. just to have one of those Daddy at work pics.
Radio X. Johnny Vaughan.
Right, Gav, I was watching, I was scanning through the documentary channels yesterday. Just Deadliest Catch is gone now for me, really.
You don't like it anymore?
I've just seen enough. I can't take any more. I love it. I can't take any more. But what I have noticed, essentially, with all these swamp logging, crocodile, duck, inbred, beard dynasty people.
Deliverance.
Essentially, that's what they're looking for, isn't it? We're just going to get to the stage where we just got, literally, this week, Dwight has spotted a tourist who's got a pretty mouth.
A greenhorn.
Yeah, he spotted a greenhorn with a pretty mouth. You get a pretty mouth, boy. Yeah. This is like... Anyway, so what we're going to be doing from now on, what I notice is they're just having normal conversations.
Yeah.
And while they're talking, they just... Like, suddenly I'm just having a normal conversation, then just for reason, suddenly I'll just start going... just for no... You think he couldn't possibly have said a word there.
And he's not even angry.
The guy's going, I was going down the road and I stopped to talk to my wife, and she came in there, and I in the end I saw two of my children, they were with a dog, and I was walking along, and they still came back, and we didn't get that crocodile. And if I had my gun on my jeans, you're thinking, what the hell have you just been on about? I mean, there wasn't even a place for swearing there.
And they still bleep it.
Yes, all the time. So I figure from now on, we're going to have that on this bit of the show. I just think it's popular. Men like it.
Right.
We're meant to be targeting a male audience. I know that really makes you feel seriously off, Sunta, but it's true. What do you think, sir? Is that the way we're going to go, Sunt?
I'm not sure that it's...
What? What?
I'm not sure your button's working.
I don't think it is either. But I tell you what, it's quite entertaining. I'm not sure theirs does either. What can we do?
Yeah.
Anyway, I think from now on the show, we're going to keep this going. I just think it might be popular. I really do. I think it's a really good way to... If you want to really seriously... emphasise a point,
Yes.
then, you just... Oh, I get it. It's just the end of the...
Just one finger.
I've just got to use the end of my finger. And that way I can express it. Otherwise, the whole item's just going to go up. And we won't be able to do it. And then we're going to stand here. But I've got the hang of it now. I'm really, really seriously...
The listener's
sorted.
off.
Yeah.
Radio
X.
Johnny Vaughan.
Radio X.
Gav, you rock so we don't have to. Who's your hero today, please, mate?
My hero today is a man who is 87 years old. He was born in 1928. He's Japanese. He's called Yoshiro Nakamatsu.
Okay. Still alive and everything?
Yes.
Okay.
And like a lot of these eccentrics, he's an inventor.
Excellent. Oh, man. I come from there's inventors in my family, and I'm proud of them.
And like lots of the eccentrics, he was really good. Some of them are brilliant inventions. He invented the floppy disk.
You're kidding me.
Which is quite a thing. IBM contested the fact that he'd invented it, but they paid him a lot of money. Yeah, but his other inventions... Well, first of all, his creative process is quite interesting. He listens to music, but while he's trying to think of ideas, listens to music and then dives underwater. And then half a second before death, according to his technique,
Yeah.
he writes down an idea. Under
listen,
the water.
If you're listening, kids, try this.
No, don't try
I'm
it.
kidding. I am kidding. I'm kidding. I was obviously that was me. That's that humour of mine. Whoa, I'm in trouble again.
But anyway, his inventions...
Don't do that, kids. Don't try that to do that. Honestly, this guy's obviously got problems.
His inventions, a system for generating hydrogen and oxygen, pion shoes, which are jumping shoes with leaf springs in them, spectacles in the shape of eyes,
Which is genius.
so that the user appears to wear no spectacles.
What?
Well, my favourite one, though, a wig for
Go on.
self-defence.
Oh, man,
How
that
does
is
that
just...
work?
Psyched. Where do I get
Well,
one?
all it says here is that it has a strip and a weight attached to a wig. The wearer swings the wig to hit an attacker. A wig. I mean, an umbrella you can imagine,
it's
or a
superb.
walking stick.
Yeah, he has a gun, but you have a wig. That's genius.
Yeah, he's brilliant.
So the wig's got a weight attached to it, and we swing it. Well, it's like a...
Yeah, I suppose you headbang.
I don't know what you do with it. It'd be good if it's like a David and Goliath job. Turns into a sling.
A
You
sling.
just take your wig off and you just put half a brick in it. You just woof, woof, woof. Shum. Fire!
Brilliant.
Okay, thank you very much, Cav. Is that all for your hero of the day?
It is, yeah, Dr. Nakamatsu.
Dr. Nakamatsu, Radio X, salutes you.
X. Radio X.
We've broken the back of this week, guys. We're at Thursday, that's it. For me, Thursday night's Friday night. Just get going.
We're coasting.
Oh, anyone can coast through Friday. You can virtually hide in a bin on Friday. I spend a lot of Friday in a wheelie bin. Just outside here, yeah. I just think, well, I'm not going to go home. I'll just hide in this wheelie bin. This is it. I refer to it as my club. In fact,
I
I've
see.
had it really done up inside.
Oh, is it lovely?
Yeah, no, it's really good, and I can lock it and everything.
Is it pretty exclusive?
It's very exclusive in there. Yeah, I've gone down underground. I've dug it out. I've got little so I can sleep there really nicely. Then I come up through the wheelie bin. Lots of us are doing it around London. It's
Really?
quite the thing. Okay, we're talking about your non-imperial or metric weights and measures, the ones you really use in real life. I've never measured out a shed load, but yeah, I know it when I see it. That's from James. I know exactly what you mean, a shed load. We had a shed load of them.
I can never tell if that's the load that would fit in a shed,
Yeah.
or whether it's the load that has been shed
No,
from the back of a lorry.
No, shed load just means we're delighted because we've got loads.
Yes.
It's actually
I know it means a lot.
It's much more of a contextual measurement.
Okay.
Oh no, man, we had a shed load.
Yeah.
Okay, you can't beat a dollop of this and a dollop of that. I absolutely agree. Let's hear it for the dollop.
That's true. I like Duncan in Southampton's.
What's he say?
My wife uses the measurement of a nice amount when I ask how much dinner she wants.
That's very good. A nice amount's good. and we're obviously as you get closer with people, you understand their own.
exactly what that means.
Yes,
yeah.
Just like we had the other night, can become a measurement.
A nice amount.
A memorised unit. Hi, Johnny. Me and my mates measure stuff in length using hamsters.
How?
I don't know. Cheers, Ben. That's brilliant. Can I say, Ben, if you and your mates do that, you've got a really good crew there. That's really good.
That is good.
Humour to have between mates. If you've got mates who share jokes like that, then you're just going to be together forever. That's mates forever. Get the tattoo. I've seen that before. Lester Kev, Lester Sean, Lester Steve. Mates forever.
Nice one.
Well, it wasn't actually, because the guy who had them done, funnily enough, I asked where the other two were, and evidently they were not mates forever. One of them had run off with his wife, the other one was dead.
Oh, no.
Right, here we go. My brother Roy is a geologist and had forgotten his tape measure on one site trip, so he used himself as a unit of measurement.
Wow.
Ever since the phrase, how many Roys is that, has become a firm fixture on field trips. That's Becky in Manchester. Becky, that's genius. That is genius.
Radio X. Radio X.
Oh, man. Do you know what? It always takes my breath away, that tune. I was doing something here, I just suddenly realised, and I've got a name for it. I was sound bathing. The speaker's just above my head there, and I was actually leaning back, like, you know when you sometimes get a little teeny bit of sun, like in the city, and you see people just found it between two buildings. You see someone with their head out like that, thinking, for 4 sequends during a fag break on a fire escape, I'm going to
Pretending they're on holiday.
I'm going to get a suntan. Yeah. Well, I was just sound bathing that, and it's just. Could you just put it right up? Okay, we have to start it again. Okay, put your volume up out there. Really turn your volume up. Wherever you are, just turn your volume up and let's just drink in the delight that is the opening of Fool's Gold, the most perfect beginning of a tune. And let's sound bathe this. It's just too good. It's just too good, man. Imagine that. That's from Britain. That's from Manchester. That's from around here. That's British, that. God, man, we should be so proud. We got the roses. Yes. What have you got? Nothing. You're nothing.
X. Radio X.
We're asking you for some of your best Scottish mottos. This is after I bought a book on Scottish mottos of their clans, and some of them are so mean and cruel. I remain unvanquished.
Think on.
You made that one. Didn't you think that made
No,
that
I
up?
didn't make that up. That's real.
Well, that's a real Scottish motto. Think on.
It is.
I've got a better one for you. Leave it. Leave it. Okay, here's my Scottish motto that I've made up.
Go on.
I wouldn't go in there for about half an hour. Well, I thought it was a really good one. That was a really good we've got loads been sent in. The Mars clan, Tom and Epsom suggest, should be just batter it, which is a beauty. What you got, Gav?
I've got, there's no name, it's only pain.
It's only pain. I'm married into the Scottish surname Geddes. The family motto is seek greater things. I like it's only pain.
Yeah.
That's a real winner. And I like get up, which was sent in by James. And I think
Rob's one. Others' suffering is our victory.
that's a great. Who said that? In Rob.
Yeah.
I've had McCabe in Glasgow wetting himself at these. He says our motto: morning,
What?
morning.
Morning?
No, it means do you want some more?
Oh, come on then.
Come on then. His motto is morning. Okay. I was in this police station once in Fulham. I wasn't in trouble, but I was. This is like a motto, and I'd been invited. My car had been hit.
Okay.
So I went to report, an accident. I was really stressed. It was really crowded in there. I don't know why, but in any London police station, you will get like a Scots guy who just hangs round there. He just thinks it's funny.
What, in the police
Yeah,
station?
in the reception. They can't really kick him out. He just winds people up. He just sort of, he's there. Just he's there. Anyway. So I've walked in, and he's just there. He's looked at me and says,
He just laughed at
he
you.
laughed at me, and then he's gone. He's seen I'm really tense. I'm looking for this form. I've had to wait ages. He's going, come on. Yeah. Duh. Take it, give me. Ah. And then he said, which was lucid, he's gone, incidentally, if you need to shout things while ever tipsy,
Yeah.
Saka gimme is the best thing to shout. No one knows what you mean.
Okay.
Try if you want to try it. Saka gimme. Yeah, that's what generally people shout.
People walk away.
Yeah, anyway, people just walk away. Anyway, this guy, he's gone, come on. That's only a problem if you make it one. I'm going, you know what? He's right. He's right. I am taking life too seriously. I really am.
He's obviously needed to use that motto quite a lot.
I was thinking, exactly. Yeah. That's his bit of wisdom. I think it's a really good aphorism. I appreciate it. It's a real nice bit of wisdom. You know, there's some, I'm thinking, yeah, you're right. I've gone, thanks. I've sat down. And he's now he's looking at me with his arms folded, looking really tense. And I've just kept looking up and going, thanks. Anyway, sitting around near the door, he just barges me like that. I went, wait, you say thanks, sir? I said, well, you know, the advice you gave me. He goes, no, I meant you and me. It's only a problem if you make it one. I completely misinterpreted the whole thrust of the thing. And
It was an invitation.
actually, I'd given him challengingly dismissive sarcasm by going, oh, thanks. He thought I was actually really getting into the wind-up, the needle. Thanks. It's only a problem if you make it one. Thanks. I'm good to go. Okay, I've looked up the Templeton family motto.
Yes.
There is no morning walk without shame.
Radio X. Radio X.
Okay, today's hero is a man called William Buckland.
Okay.
He lived and worked in the late 19th century, and he was an early paleontologist, one of the first ever. And,
They are the charlatans.
well, yeah.
They are the charlatans of academia. Apart from zoologists, paleontologists, you've got to stick them in there. Go on.
Well, he was a zoologist as well.
There we go. Absolute charlatan.
But his fascination with animals, he took quite far, because he used to allow wild panthers and crocodiles and zebras and giraffes to walk around in his house.
Nice.
But the weirdest thing about him is that he used to eat them all, because he wanted to see what it was like to eat, different kinds of animals.
What did he say? What did he comment on the
Well,
taste? Which was
He did. It's the thing that made me laugh the most.
Go on then.
He said the thing that he didn't like the most was mole.
Is mole not a good meat?
Not a good meal.
I get that.
And best of all, blue bottle flies.
Are they not good?
Apparently not very nice.
Not very tasty.
Oh. He
That's
tried
amazing.
everything, didn't
He was very
It's
thorough.
like that guy. There was a guy, wasn't it? He was arrested in America because he'd eaten an osprey.
Really?
Yeah, he'd eaten an osprey, and because he'd been out in the
Roast
in
osprey?
in the Rockies. No, he'd been out in the Rockies, and he'd eaten an osprey. It's a really rare bird de prey, and he'd eaten this thing because he'd been alone. He'd rock climbed. He'd been tracked on a cliff with it, so he'd actually gone in and eaten it and all the eggs, and they let him off. He said he had to do it to survive. And then the judge said to him at the very end, it's a true story. He says, what did it taste like? He says, it's a bit like owl.
Radio X. Johnny Vaughan.
Do you know what? It's a very occasionally you read something in the newspapers that actually gives you goosebumps and reminds you of just last week I was talking about Dylan Thomas describing us as, I know it sounds a bit highbrow, Dylan Thomas describing humans as being everyday miracles. And I said, actually, I think he's got it wrong, because every day means humdrum. I think we're miracles every day. Every day you wake up, it's a miracle. It's just a miracle. That's what humans are. And I read this, and today, it's an amazing thing. The bravery of this. This is a kid in New Zealand. He's a teenager from New Zealand, and he's received praise from around the world because he made this inspirational end-of-year speech to classmates days after being told he's got this aggressive form of cancer. He's only got 3 weeks to live. That's it. He's captain of the school, star pupil.
Wow.
That's it. So he's written this speech for us at the end of term, and then he's about to give the speech, and they say, no. You've only got like 3 weeks to live. So he has to rewrite the speech. And after he's been told this. But he gives this speech having been told if you don't get any treatment within the next 3 weeks, you're going to die. And they told me I wouldn't be here tonight to deliver the speech. That's what he says to them. He says that Jake then calmly, that's his name, he calmly urged his rapt audience. This is all his classmates, they're all sitting around. At the end of term, this is his captain of school speech, better be good luck. And actually he's going to tell them that's it. So it's done. And the speech has now circulated kind of globally on the internet, and the teenagers have been widely praised. But the thing I loved about it is that he says this. He says, moral strength is about making a conscious decision to be a person who doesn't give up when it would be easy to be lesser because the journey is less arduous, he told his peers. None of us gets out here alive. So be gallant, be great, be gracious, and be grateful for the opportunities you have. And then he says, work with passion and pride on what's in front of us. We don't know where we might end up or when it might end up. And then he said, some of us are never going to cross paths again. Some of us will be likely be seen on TV, others in print, some of us in prison. And then everyone laughed, and he said, it's true. And then he finished with their school motto, which is Altioro Petto. He said that at the end, which just means, I seek higher things. And that was his speech. But I thought, none of us gets out alive. Be gallant, be great, be gracious, and be grateful for the opportunities you have. I thought I've cut that out, and I'm keeping it, because that's the most beautiful thing. There we go.